Hi everybody and welcome to another workshop update.
Hi everyone and welcome to our new setting. We've been a little bit busy making this studio.
Yeah.
So this is going to be our new setting from now on.
Yeah, not bad. We're hoping to do a couple of podcasts, bring in some faces, right?
We want to bring some well-known faces.
Yeah.
We've got some great ideas coming.
Yeah.
Just waiting for everything to get pieced together.
Line up,
and
yeah.
that is seriously going to be big.
Yeah,
that is going to be
definitely.
big. And a couple of the names that we've got in the industry that are going to be involved in this is going to be massive.
I don't think anyone's ever done this before.
No.
Definitely something new for sure.
The concept would have been seen before.
Yeah.
But not what we're thinking. But enough said about that.
Enough said about that, yeah.
Before we really let it out.
But today we're here together, guys, again, talking about WLC. What an amazing event.
Oh, that was crazy. You know what? So much preparation goes into setting something like that up. The night before we were there, 2 van loads went up there. And then it's over just like that. And we've actually delayed this, haven't we? Just because the amount of footage that we had to go through to actually sift through it and go through it. So we are sorry about that, but behind because there was just so much content that we had to go through. And
should we get started?
Let's go for it.
Perfect. So let's start with, I think you said a bit about this already. I mean, it was a lot of setup. A lot of people don't realize how much goes into these events, but we had to do a lot of work ourselves, right?
We had a lot of cars up there. As you can see from our stand, we had about 18 cars. We had the most cars on display there. And thanks to Outlawed Plates, Taron, just the way that it was almost organized like a spider's web.
Yeah.
So when you see the drone footage, you had our 3 main events in the middle, and the cars just fanning out from that, and then like a circle going around it. Great setup, and again, thanks to Outlawed Plates for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you said main event. We're going to be talking about our main events later on. There was a couple of featured cars on the day.
Yeah.
Some fan favorites, maybe behind us as well, who knows, but we'll talk a little bit about that in a little while. But yeah, I mean, what was great about the event for me, that it wasn't your ideal sunny day, but yet you can see from the crowd, people were in the drones.
I think there must have been about 300 cars there plus 400. Actually, I'm not too sure of the numbers, but I know it was definitely north of 300. And like you say, the weather wasn't on our side, and there was times when it absolutely poured. I remember just before the awards, it came chucking it down. But you know what? It didn't stop these people.
No.
It didn't stop the real diehard fans out there.
Absolutely. It's what you say all the time, Bob. You're always talking about how the community that we're part of is just one of the best, and they are committed, that they're out no matter what. It's just a nice thing to be part of.
Definitely is.
And we were fortunate because where were we positioned? We were right next to...
So we were right near the stage.
Yeah.
To the left of us, to the right of us, we had Profusion and Car Audio Security. So we were positioned just beautifully.
Yeah, all the main hitters basically all together. This is really, really cool. Nice preferred positioning for sure. It was amazing. Let's move on to some of the cars that we saw on the day. So on some of the cars that we saw on the day, and there's a few. Any that stand out to you?
So there's so many cars that stood out on the day. I mean, like every car in its own way is special.
Yeah.
The owners of these cars have put their own stamps on, whether they're absolute nut and bolt restoration, immaculate showpieces, which there was a couple. And like we say, the weather wasn't on our side and it chucked it down. But you know what? It's so nice that these people can bring these cars out and not worry about a little bit of rain or water. Because at the end of the day, these cars are still going to be here long after we're gone.
Yeah, long after we're gone.
And what's the point in locking it away and hiding them? Let everyone enjoy it. If you're fortunate enough to have these cars, allow other people to enjoy them as well.
Absolutely.
So going on to this first picture, what can we say? A bright orange RWB. The Profusion guys didn't come out in just one RWB. He had to show off and bring 3 RWBs. Wow. That's all I can say. The green one, the blue one, and they're all named. I can't remember what their exact names are, but the one that stands out to me is Habiki. If I'm wrong, please pop it in the comments below.
I'm sure Raj is going to say something.
Raj is going to comment. I think Maui or Mao or something like that.
This is
the blue one. And I don't know what the green one's name is, but three of them all have some sort of Japanese effect names.
And these cars are cars that, Me personally, when I see an RW car, I wasn't aware to the extent RWB was, right? I thought it was just RWB, just, plonk on some arches and off you go. But there's different levels.
There's different levels, and the community within RWB, it's phenomenal. There's a huge community. I was with you on that. I didn't realize how big RWB was.
Yeah.
Until Profusion sort of brought it into the UK.
Yeah.
They introduced it really, and then that's when you start realizing how big this scene is.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Oh, Subaru. Again, great looking car. I remember having one of those back in 2006. If there's one car I would go back to as a driver's car, Subaru, wicked, love them.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm in the other camp. I was the Mitsubishi. I loved the Mitsubishi Eva. That was my favorite. So just out of spite, I would never own it.
You'd never have it. Yeah. So I had the Subaru.
Yeah.
And Nick, my brother, had he had a white Evo.
Oh, perfect. That's my version. That would be my dream version.
Car audio security. Raj comes out in style, brings out his GT3 RS. Again, one of those cars that
doesn't need an introduction.
A lot of people won't see these types of cars, and again, Raj brings it out in the pouring rain. Must have been a leery drive home, Raj, with those wet, damp roads. Fair play to you, bro.
It's a stunning car, and it's an extremely well spec'd car as well. I really respect that car.
Escort Cosworth. I think this is the car with the LS lump in there. The story behind it is phenomenal. I love this car.
Yeah.
When the bonnet's open, it just looks so OEM with the LS lump in there. Absolutely beautiful. Again, used to have one of those back in the day, around about 2001. Love the cars, and I remember I bought it for 10 grand, used it for about a year, sold it for 10 grand, and I was so happy that I got my money back. And a year's worth of motoring cost me nothing. But in hindsight, I wish I'd kept that car.
10 grand, guys. Can you believe it?
10 grand.
Today's market?
Starting price on one of those 50s and 60s.
Let us know, guys. Did Bob make the right choice? Leave your comments below. Should he have kept on to that gold nugget?
I wish I had kept that one.
Rocky, as usual.
Rocky needs no introduction. Who's crazy enough to gold plate a Lamborghini? Only Rocky.
But this car has no back.
Well, it's got no bumper, so you can see the exhaust and the turbos and everything.
Yeah.
Rocky, how do you get away with it? We're driving a car with no bumper, and to put two purple cars on the stand.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, again, even Skyline's one of my favorite cars. Oh, there's one of our cars there. The Stag. Not many people know about that car. It's
like we've said before. It was always in the background, always sort of in the corner of the workshop. Never really gave it much thought.
Yeah.
Before we started the channel, it was just always there. It was sort of like halfway through its restoration. Yeah. But that was a car that was fully stripped down to a bare shell. It started off as, hey, let's just get this in as a repaint. Started stripping it down, came across a little bit of rust, came across a little bit more of rust, and then it was like, you know what, let's just strip this damn thing down and media blast the whole thing. So we media blasted it, new floor pans went in, new chassis sections went in, so much work went into that. And then by the time we started the channel, we were sort of like halfway through the build, and we got a little bit of content.
We have, and if you want to see that content,
it's up there.
Click on Bob's finger over there.
There's a t-shirt dedicated to that car from Garage Built. Grab your t-shirts.
So yeah, there's a little bit of content there, guys. So like Bob said, just click on the banner on the top and have a watch. It's got some beautiful color and interior on that.
The color on that car, it's a modified version of its original color. So when the sun comes down on it, that car just turns to sort of like a beautiful copper. It's a stunning color. Okay,
moving on. Wow, some proper classic Mercs. Seems to be a theme.
There was a few Mercs turned up. The Mercedes-Benz Club, they had an amazing setup there. All that sort of 80s and 90s Mercs.
Yeah.
One that stands out to me with this hood open, blue 1-4 Series. Turbo Technic's done the engine on that one, turbo conversion, so that is a little bit of a special car. Looks great, absolutely stunning, but what a selection of Mercedes that they had there on the day. Golf GTI, I think they're a great looking car. Original hot hatch. I had 3 of those back in the days. I had a Helios blue one, I had a red one, and the last one I had was, I can't remember the name, but that was that really light sort of silvery blue.
Oh wow.
The one I always wanted was a 16 valve oak green.
Oh.
Never did buy one, but I think they're great cars. Bloody bulletproof, just looked after. Those things just carry on going and go. They're like a Duracell, just carry on going and going.
I remember once driving one of these cars. Never owned one myself, but I remember driving, but was shocked at how heavy the clutch was. The clutch was so heavy. I didn't expect that. An early driver, new driver, thought I could just jump in and drive straight away, but trust me, I'd never stalled a car so much as I stalled that one. Slam Sanctuary?
Slam Sanctuary, car audio security. Their E30, come on, an LTO, that does look heavy. That looks
We need to
mad.
put a video together with the LTO and the 190. That needs to happen.
We've been talking to them, and it's just a matter of just getting together and doing it. But that is going to be an epic video. LTO and the ABT.
Definitely
190
needs to happen.
That's going to be crazy.
It's a common theme here. There was a lot of modified cars there. We'll be talking about some of the trophies that we created later on as well. But I mean, would you do the same? Bob, let's ask the audience. Would you do the same? Would you invest in a car that is a classic, that potentially could be a future nest egg, and then chop it up? We know Bob would. He'd done that with the 190. But would you?
Yeah, leave a comment below. What can we say? The car needs no introduction. Read the number plate. It says what the car is and whose it is.
Exactly.
It's an SL55, belongs to WLC. Great car. Look at the stance on it. And I did come to realise that car's not actually on air. The way it stances, it's not on air. It's on its original suspension with lowering links.
Oh wow!
So he's able to do that just using the link rods.
That's amazing.
When I first saw it, I did ask him. I go, Jazz, since when has your car been on air? And he's like, well, it's always on air because that's the standard suspension setup. Yeah. But it's got the link arms on there. What does that remind you of? I'm not going to tell you. Put your comments below. What movie car is that?
Absolutely. And are we showing our age? That's the other thing. Are we showing our age?
Mini. Come on, who hasn't had a Mini? And look at the size of it compared to the American Yang thing next to it.
Absolutely.
You could probably fit that in the door pocket.
I'm surprised that I fit in a Mini, but from the outside, it looks...
They are quite spacious inside. Once you're in it, it's quite spacious. It is such a great car. Again, had loads of those back in the days. The seating position, the nearest seating position in one of those is like driving a go-kart.
It is.
And you don't, and again, I say it and I've said it in the past, you don't have to go fast to have fun. It's not a fast car, but it handled like no one's business for a car in its time and age. It was brilliant. Get one of those down a nice little A road, right? Just planting it into the corner, putting your foot down as you come down. It's enough power to go in and out of those bends and have so much fun in.
And it's exactly what you said earlier. This particular one that we're looking at right now has the soft roof, so you pull that back and you got the sun shining in.
You got the best of both worlds.
You get the best of both worlds, and yet that person brought it to WLC on a rainy day.
Escort Mark II, again, had one of those back in the day. Brilliant cars, just great, like the Mini.
Yeah.
You don't have to have so much power to have fun, and they were so light on the back. I tell you, it didn't take much to spin the back out on one of those. For a short while, I had the RS 2001 with the nose cone on the front.
Yeah.
I think 1998.
Yeah.
Bought it for $2.5 grand.
Wow.
Sold it for $2.5 grand. 6 months later, I was well chuffed. Had 6 months of free motoring. Today, starting price on an Escort RS 2000, 30 grand.
Wow.
Starting.
I feel like there's a game here. How much has Bob won and how much has Bob lost? Maybe I have some numbers on the screen.
1-0, but lost 0.
Yeah, 1-0.
Right? And the theme here is everything's gone up. It's stupidly.
Bob's really good at picking cars. Unfortunately,
but not at the right time.
Yeah.
Our friends over at SMB Autos, Sapphire Cosworth.
Wow.
Beautiful car. That car is mint. It is absolutely stunning. It's mint, that car. Love that car.
Good friend of mine had one of these. A nice grey one. I think his one was the 4x4, which I think is the same as this one. Turbo. Really nice car. Was featured in Performance Ford.
Another Escort Mark II, 4-door. You know, back in its day, look at that. That was a family car. For those that are not from that era, guys, That's your Ford Focus in today's world. So we had the Escort Mark 1, Mark 2s. You guys unfortunately have to grow up with the Ford Focus.
Yeah.
But saying that, Ford Focus did have the RS.
Yeah, they did. But still not this, right?
It's still not an Escort Mark 1.
No, not at all.
Supras.
Wow.
Again, that is such a stunning looking car, made famous by the movie Fast and Furious.
Absolutely.
And I think those are a really, really good looking car. Would I be wrong in saying that its competition back in its day could have been the Escort Cosworth? If you agree with that, put that in the comments below. But my thinking is the Escort Cosworth. Would you have gone for the Supra or an Escort Cosworth back in its day?
Yeah, good question. I know the two Jay-Z fans out there would say no, you can't get 1,000 brake horsepower out of an Escort Cosworth. But who knows? I would disagree. Some of the Cosworths to hear in
there's some heavily modified Cosworths doing 800-900 horsepower.
Absolutely.
The engine in the Supra was a much more superior engine. But back in its day, is it Escort Cosworth or Supra? But pop that in the comments below.
Absolutely. An Escort Cosworth, a light car like that, either way.
I would go Escort Cosworth.
Yeah.
Just because I love the Escort Cosworth.
Remember National Day? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You used to go down there all the time. That was a really good event. Stags.
Triumph Stags. Got a soft spot for them because we've actually got one. I think they're a great car. Maybe not the engine's the best of them, but I think as a car that just stands there, its stance, its presence, it does look really cool. It's a cool looking car.
It's an understated muscle car look almost, but also has a very classy look as well.
It's got a classy look. They sound epic.
Yeah.
But
it's a passion purchase.
It's a passion purchase, yeah. Steam Classics Gulu 190E Evo replica race DTM race car.
Yeah.
Sitting on air.
Absolutely. There's not much to say about that. It just looks great. Like for like, same decals as the original DTM 2 series.
Yeah, it's replicated on one of their DTM race cars. Here's the one we were talking about at the beginning. Nut and bolt restoration. The story behind it is that the guy bought it, I think, from China. Came in from China or Japan or something.
I'm not sure.
It's been imported. Where from, not too sure. I think it was Japan. But it wasn't to his spec, or it wasn't to his standards. So he's just gone at it, stripped it down, nut and bolt restoration, and it was still there on that rainy day when it was chucking it down. He's bought it, he's enjoying it, and he didn't let the weather ruin his day.
Almost won best car as well.
Our display again. There's our back date, Porsche. Give you a little story about that if you don't know the story. When we got the car, it was actually insurance write-off. Fire damaged car, the back end was almost non-existent. We stripped it down and built it into what it is. Great little story about that car.
Absolutely.
Our 190 Evo, that was a showstopper. Got our garage built t-shirt behind us. What can I say about that? I had a vision in my head what I wanted the car to look like. I had a picture of the HWA. I don't have over £1 million, and no way am I being on the HWA list to be able to afford to get one of those. That's what we built. I stood back for about half an hour, sat back there, and I think that possibly was one of the most pictured cars at the event.
100% agree.
That was a bit of a showstopper there.
And I believe it's off in a few minutes as well to somewhere else.
So once we finish this one, it's getting loaded onto a 4-car transporter, and it's going off to Bewley.
Wow.
That's only just come along, and last night I got the phone call for that.
Wow.
Asking if they could use that car.
Now, we've said it a few times, it was actually quite a great day for us. There's a couple of things that we launched that day. We launched the 190. I mean, it had already been seen at most other events already as well, but that was its official launch. The Stag we've mentioned a few moments ago, but there was one other thing that we launched. What did we launch?
Garage Built.
Garage Built. Bob, what's Garage Built?
Garage Built. What is Garage Built? Well, it's our take. It's our brand of merchandise now.
Yeah.
Really. Garage Built is you guys. Every car at that event was Garage Built. Everyone there was Garage Built. Garage Built is you live for your car. You go to work, you earn your money, you come home and you're straight back in your garage spending your
tinkering
away on your car, and you've built your Garage Built car. So guys, that represents you guys. Garage Built is you.
But with a bit more coming soon. These are just some examples.
These are just the first batch now come out. quality is really good, colours are sharp. We did go through a lot of process,
Testing, yeah.
a lot of testing in that. And I mean, trust me, when I thought, yeah, it's fine, B would come along and actually scrap it. No, I'm not happy with this detail. The ruby stone, we're calling it ruby stone. B would come along and say the ruby stone isn't vibrant enough, and so on and so forth. So yeah, a lot of thought's gone into that, a lot of backwards and forwards. And just to let you know on that, remember a couple of months ago, probably about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 4 months ago, I was out in Dubai.
Oh yeah.
And we just had that order come through.
Oh, we've secured a big order.
So we secured that big order, and we've got a nice big package going out. Get your t-shirts now.
Definitely.
So we've always had a really good relationship with guys over at WLC.
Yeah.
A lot of you will know that for the last 3 years, from the beginning, that I've been a judge. And last year, at the end of last year's show, I did approach Jazz and say, look, Jazz, we need to change things up now.
Yeah.
And I would like to step down as judge, just down to the fact that my thought or what I like in a car, it was the same for the 3 years. And I go to Jazz, you need a fresh person up there, someone that doesn't have my mindset, who is going to choose a different car.
Yeah.
You know, it just changes it up. So that's how that came along. So I stepped down as a judge, paved way for 3 new judges, and then we did have a bit of a presence on the stage. And I gave a whole background of who and what Auto Body Technic was. And there was a few people that actually remember the name back in the day of NS Autos.
Wow.
And that's how far we're going back to that sort of mid and late 80s, when my brother Nick started that whole thing off in South or West London.
Yeah.
And then afterwards we had a few people come to us, damn, I remember NS Autos, and I didn't realise that was you guys, because it is such a long time ago, and the little break in between, people got off the car scene. You got to bear in mind, so the guys at Nick's age, they would have been that 19, 20-year-olds into their cars heavily.
Absolutely.
And there was Nick modifying those Capris and the Escorts and the Transtags and the Mercedes, and that's where the love of Mercedes came from, because Nick was Mercedes trained and Porsche trained when he set up NS Autos. So he already had Mercedes and Porsche in his blood then.
And it was really nice having Nick on stage.
And yeah, it was great. And then obviously people grow up, they get out of the car scene, they have families, and now are back into the cars, and they heard that name again, and they came up to us afterwards, you're Narinder, or you're Nick from NS Autos. And it was nice to put that into the story of who and what Auto Body Technic was, and how it all started off. And from there, then we had a massive part in the trophies.
We did, absolutely. We had a massive part in the trophies.
There was 3 categories, but before we go into the categories, you need to tell them what the concept of the trophy was.
Yeah, so trophies had been done many times before at WLC, and even when you were judging, we were just giving out a typical trophy. And again, trophies are always sponsored by a sponsor of WLC. This year, we were fortunate enough to be one of those trophy sponsors.
We needed to do something
different. Yes.
We didn't want it to be generic.
We didn't have to be the norm.
So while I was out in Dubai, and I came across a trophy shop.
Yeah.
And that's where the idea came along. Can I have 3 of your trophies? And I bought the trophies back. They were glass, and then I handed them over to you.
Yeah.
I go, B, we gotta do something with this glass trophy that I've bought.
Yeah.
And then B, having one of his sleepless nights, light bulb moments, says, leave it with me.
Yeah. So anyone can engrave a trophy. I mean, giving over someone a little glass trophy is good enough. But no one has ever taken the time to photograph on the day the people that have won the awards, and then replicate or create their own custom version of that moment, place it in a trophy forever to enjoy. So we thought, we'll do it. I mean, of course, that causes an immense headache for me, because I was like, how do I now create a trophy?
The idea was there.
Yeah.
And now he's putting that idea into motion. That's another headache.
That's another headache. So how do I photograph this? How do I then print it on a trophy? I have no idea how to do this. But we did it in the end.
And so again, the testing that went into it
Yeah.
is
It's
great fun though.
It's great fun. Ironically, one of the judges came back to us after and said, I would love one of those trophies. So who knows?
One of the judges came up to us and goes, "Can you make me one of those?" We go, "You got to win."
Yeah, you gotta win. But yeah, I think all in all, it was such a great day. I mean, the 3 cars that won, or the 3 winners. Yeah,
so we had 3 categories. We had Best Classic, which was the Black Morris Minor Nut and Bolt Restored. Again, going back to judging, me personally, a Morris Minor isn't in my what I would choose, but this year's judges chose a Morris Minor.
It's refreshing.
And that's what was refreshing about a whole new set of judges, because they chose totally different cars to what we would have chosen last year. Most modified?
Yeah, most modified.
Yeah. That was the Mini.
That was a Mini.
Lambo doors, an insane interior, insane sound setup.
Insane engine. I don't think there was a bolt that wasn't touched.
Wasn't modified.
Yeah, I think every single thing was touched.
Every nut and bolt was modified on that car.
And I apologize if you're the person that did this, but I remember you having a quick chat with me and talking about how this is what you do. And if you would like, please comment below. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and your Mini. It'd be nice for everyone to read.
And then the other category we were asked to do a trophy for was Best Club Stand.
There's only one that could have won that.
Yeah, there's only one. You don't just bring one RWB, you don't bring 2, you bring
3.
You bring a fleet of RWBs and all vibrant colours. Yeah, well done.
Profusion, well done. Right?
Yeah.
So Bob, in general, I think it was a fantastic show.
I really enjoyed WLC, and for me, it's my highlight because like we have a part to play in it. We're part of the community, and I really do enjoy the WLC events that Jazz and his team put together.
Yeah, do you know what I've enjoyed? I've enjoyed sitting here in this new space. What do you guys think of the new space?
Yeah, put your comments below. What do you think? The branding, the new launch.
So built.
It has been a nice, special first recording in our studio and really telling everyone what Garage Built is all about.
Absolutely.
And then moving forward, who do you think is going to be the, I wouldn't say famous, but the well-known faces in the car world, in the car scene, in the UK car scene? And if we can kick this off, it might even start going beyond the UK borders. Who do you think is going to be sitting in that seat next? There's a few people very close that actually know what this concept's going to be.
Yeah. So let us know your thoughts, comments below.
And with that,
yeah, I think we're done for another episode, right?
I really enjoyed this episode.
It's
sitting
good.
in this new space.
Enjoy. What do you think of the new space, guys? Again, leave it in the comments below. And we'll see you next time. So just remember to
subscribe,
hit that notification bell, and
give us a follow. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Follow us, help support us.
Absolutely.
And show us your love.
Absolutely. So take care, guys. See you next time.
See you next week.